So, yeah, I should probably get started on this. You to set some things up so you can play some Jaguar. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to play around with that emulator. Alright, so last time we were playing this game, so last time we were playing this game, so like Travis, the evil glitch guy with the VHS tape for a head was like starting to take over the town and with the town and make it all glitchy, and now he's like trying to summon his queen from the top of the like paladin's tower in town, which is a giant magic focus. So it's like, yeah, we should probably try to stop that. And yeah, Fel, I saw that, and honestly, I'm excited. I am very ready to see y'all explore some Jaguar jank. It's okay, so it's been a while since I played this game, but I do remember that the main lesbians have to smooch each other. And I do love, incidentally, just how many different battle themes there are in this game. It's like basically each dungeon, or at least each type of dungeon, has a different battle theme. And it's like, and it's like, no, that's like pretty kind of impressive. So hit you. Guess I want to frost you. Yeah, and you can just smash this thing. Yeah, like, I've got a couple of like half-formed ideas for stuff I want to give out in Jank Science Theater, but I'm not sure when I'll be able to like go through all those and figure out which ones I want to stream. Okay, I got a trident. I can probably equip that. Aww. It's like I could honestly Phil, I could see that, honestly, the mark, like I remember the marketing. I remember the marketing for that being pretty intense at the time, so. It's like, okay, somebody else should take the trident. Okay, you could have it, but you don't use magic that much. There we go. How do you use with 6 games? You had an ironic fun with all the games you're showing off tonight. I see. Like, yeah, there are definitely games I played as a kid that I'm like, okay, in hindsight, this is kind of terrible. On the other hand, there are also games as a kid that I realized were terrible at a time, even at the time, and I'm gonna point to, like, NES X-Men as, like, the example of that. It's like, fortunately, we didn't pay money for NES X-Men, Our uncle just gave it to us and never asked, like, lent it to us and never asked for it back for some reason. For some reason. And it's like, yeah, I was like, I never had a game com. It's like I remember at the time being curious about the game com just because like oh, I was getting a version of I was supposed to get a version of Symphony of the Night, and at that point it's like, okay, a lot of people love Symphony of the Night, but it was also like not in print at the moment. So so it was like, yeah, and now I'm just imagining, like, cause the prototype of the Gamecom version of Symphony of the Night is out there now. It's like, I'm trying to imagine what if I bought a Gamecom for that. I don't think I would have been very happy about it. Anyway, let's dive on this water blob. Yeah, Fel, that's like basically the impression I got like reading about it. I have not actually tried playing the I've not actually tried playing that prototype, but yeah. And it's like that, honestly. It's like, honestly, I feel like you could probably. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say this because it's like, I might want to give this out as a JST experiment myself if I figure it out, so... you know, nothing at all. Anyway, let's just smash this potion dead. It's like definitely a sentence I was expecting to say this morning, but also I'm just like randomly playing this game, so you know, not too offhand, not too bad, not like too unusual offhand. Let's see here, water sentry. Mona's notes: ancient sentries that have been patrolling the waterways of the Guardian's Vault seemingly since it was built. In fact, the waterways may be there specifically to allow the sentries to move about the dungeon. As you should expect, water sentries attack with a variety of powerful water spells and are weak to ice and electricity. Yeah, that tracks. Also, I think there are like very few electric spells in this game, so... Maintain that Bart versus the world is worse than Bible Adventures. I could see that. It's like as someone who played most of the like 2/3 of those NES Simpsons games as a kid, I could see that. It's like, wait, can I just go in? Boy, it sure would be nice if Travis hadn't broken the elevator. Nothing's ever simple with that guy. Well, come on, we better get a move on. Another way downstairs. It's like, aw, fine. Also, I kind of love... Yeah, giant robots. Same, honestly, like when I was mentioning earlier, oh, there were games that I played and enjoyed as a kid that in hindsight aren't very good. It's like that is the big one, honestly. It's like the first one that comes to mind. I mean that and Bart versus the Space Mutants, which I'll at least give Bart versus the Space Mutants credit for like trying to do something a little more ambitious than a standard platformer. Like it didn't really work out, but they gave it a shot, and like I kind of have to applaud that. Ah. Yeah. It's like, okay, I was just about to go blabbing on my JST experiment ideas again, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that. You can't make me. Yeah. Like, it was just the NES ones I played as a kid, which I think is just how that worked out. So, trying this weekend on a demo Genesis at the Walmart. Figure it out, but you thought the game was just too advanced for you. It's like, yeah, I can see that. It's like again that game's like kind of ambitious in what it's trying to do. It doesn't work, but like they're genuinely trying within the like time and budget and framework they have. Yeah, silver plate helm. It's like, okay, I've not actually been keeping track of the gear I've been getting, so okay, you can have the other trident. See here. It's like, you can take the silver plate helm. You don't really have any better armor I want to equip at the moment. It's like, oh yeah, Allison can't have a spellbook right now because that's a two-handed weapon. On the other hand, like, smashing things is kind of Allison's specialty, so I think that's fine. Is there a flannel armor? I don't know, but I hope so. It's like, that would be very appropriate thing for them to have in this game. And if I found the key, that'll be very useful to unlock that the door it goes to that I haven't found yet. Which... It's like, okay, you should heal her up. Yeah, you can just do lightning kicks, which I guess is a lightning attack now that I think about it. And you can just keep on smashing. These count as... Fell? Do I hit? It's like, at some point I'm gonna have to put together that orb alignment chart I've been threatening. Unhopeful. Okay, this is amazing. It's like the evil counterpart, I guess, of the already very grouchy like heel slime equivalents they've had. This is great. It's like, oh Claire, you want an orb? There's a channel point redeem for that if you want. So Claire's glitched. Well, it's like, what's in here? A basic electric attack. Targets one enemy. Shoots a beam. Question mark that deals for all enemies. Beam that deals random damage at one enemy may also leave them corrupted. there's your orb button. There are your orbs. I even pressed it four times, like to commemorate the 4D hyper orb we're talking about. It's like, would I pet the 4D hyper orb? Probably. It's like, I say that. It's like orbs are more for pondering, but I wouldn't say no. Oh, right, we got new bestiary entries. So, Possessed Potion. Mono's notes. Mono potions that have somehow come to life. Their bottles sprouting mouths and legs with which to attack unsuspecting adventurers. Possessed potions tend to travel in groups and can drain the mana of their foes to help sustain their own life forces. Ice works well against them. And Unhelpful Jelly. Dark, rebellious variants of the Helper Jelly. Instead of healing, they simply attack with a 50% chance to leave their targets poisoned. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's like they're like the goth equivalent, but it's like they're so silly, and I love that. And it's like where is, so for comparison, where is that's the regular Helper Jelly, so petting and pondering are overlapping circles on the Venn diagram. Okay, that's true. I mean you have to it's like sometimes you have to pet them so you can ponder. It's like compact sphericals. It's like compact, complicated spherical surface with so many polygons. Yeah, yes, that's why I'm so obsessed with orbs. It's like, okay, that's the official stream lore now. It's like, oh, your kitties are still napping? Aw. Let them nap, that sounds cute. Oh, you have a kitty on your lap now? Please pet them on my behalf. You can Venn diagram where you find negatives that apply to two different things. Yeah. Please do. Also, I'm gonna play Allison's theme play because Allison's theme is rad, like her. Oh crap, I was not actually paying attention to how the battle was going. I was too busy doing air guitar. It's like, okay, I guess I should stop doing air guitar and put in battle commands now. Probably. Yeah, let's dive bomb these pieces of armor. You're playing a 5e D&D campaign called 5e D&D expansion called Lasers and Liches, and there's a cantrip where it gives someone a +1 bonus by playing air guitar. That is wonderful! And it's like, the thing is, since it's like a tabletop RPG thing, you can, it could theoretically just be written like, oh, a guitar appears out of thin air and you play it, but like, no, it's in-universe air guitar. That's amazing. Also has a race that's Emperor Wolf people with laser eyes. Yes! Yes! So good! It's like, okay, there should be a lot more manageable with just one of these to worry about. So yeah, I'm absolutely gonna sit here playing air guitar while the actual battle goes on. It's like, okay, time to stop playing air guitar and put in commands again. Okay. I do love how these enemies literally fall apart as as I'm fighting them. It's like a completely unnecessary but still really nice touch. Anyway, time to dive bomb this like disembodied leg piece. Oh, we didn't get to dive bomb the disembodied leg piece. Yeah, when does Allison get to learn how to shoot fireballs out of her hands? Okay. So, gold armor. Small shadow creatures sometimes like to take refuge in unused suits of armor. In this case, it's the suits of display. It's the suits of armor on display in the vault. Well, while they seem to be missing a few pieces, gold armors are extremely tough. Focus your attacks on one at a time, as they'll lose pieces of armor and become weakened as their health lowers. Oh, okay, okay. Fire works well for that. Claire's notes: why are they so ripped? And the why, it's like it's like this is the it's like because these are like on display to show how rad they are. It's like, oh, I didn't realize I could just go up to one and like press the button to like take these out one at a time, but okay. It's like, I'm not gonna do that for all of these. I think it'd take a bit long, but those with a burn, damaging them over multiple turns. Oh, that sounds perfect. It's like, oh, it didn't actually work. Okay. so I can dive bomb this piece of armor. And smash this piece of armor. You're not going to pet the piece of armor. I apologize / don't apologize. I know I pet a lot of things, but that armor is not cute. I have my limits. Like, oh, okay, that. It's like, okay, I guess if I hadn't done that, I'd be fighting both of them at once now, so that's convenient. Oh, of course, start off every battle as you do with gay smooching. Taunt. Over here, dummy! Which if you do the if you undo the taunt, which I'm not gonna do here, you just see the same kind of like word bubble pop up, except it says sorry. It is great, honestly. Also, yeah, we're putting on her theme song again because her theme song is it absolutely slaps, and I can just do air guitar again, and then just completely not notice what's going on in battle because I'm doing air guitar. So anyway, I'm dive bombing a giant piece of armor because that's just what Allison does. Like, I am leveling up at a pretty good clip, I've noticed, so... Or two. It's like... Aww. It's like, I was wondering what kind of books they would have on their shelves in here, but it's like it's not real, like, the characters really have time to stop in any case, so... Okay, the cursed tomes are delightful. Actually, all the enemy designs in this game are delightful, and I'm including the dark horse with its creepy smile. It's like, hey, you seem to be doing pretty well, buddy. It's like, unfortunately, your monster is summoned by the bad guys, so it's like. Well, I assume summoned by the bad guys. Guys, I forget what their bestiary entry says. Because, like, yeah, you have an ability that's called Fend the Flames, but it requires more star power, so... Cursed cast? What does that status effect even do? Well, it's kind of like also, do I Do I have an item that'll like undo that status effect? It's looking like no. Like, oh, fan the flames is for like a particular enemy that's currently burning. Okay. Say cursed Tom's burn was healed, cause oops. Anyway, let's smash this haunted book. Bye bye, haunted book. Oh cool, we found some stuff. Also, I'm gonna be honest, it's been like a month since I forget what voices I gave most of the characters. That's probably worth it. And was there anything else I wanted to give Jody at the moment? You already have the good headgear, so that seems like no. What accessory do I? Okay, counterattack one hit. Yeah, that's a good one to have on her. So. I think I'm happy with my accessory setup just as it is, basically, so... At least the music in this area is wonderful.
Relax, full of cherries. I'm not here to obliterate you. Not right now, anyway. I'm merely taking this opportunity to do a bit of studying while the monsters and traps do their job, but sharpening my intellect if I'm to outshine my brothers. Father says he loves us all equally, but I'm sure I can persuade him to love me more equally. However, I am afraid that all of your books are very stupid and bad. I know! Some of us would kill to study in a place like this. Well, I'm doing it without the killing, and I'd say it isn't worth it. Would not recommend. Anyway, please do not attempt to provoke me. Brothers and I promised the bear she'll be the first of me, and quite frankly, she scares me.
Yeah. It's like I kind of have to fight all the monsters. Kind of have to be like, okay, we gotta see some cool new monster designs. And if not, are we gonna get like the bestiary entries so we can find out the delightfully ridiculous lore about them? It's like, gosh, I wish I could bump up my stats in D&D by kissing my girlfriend. I say even though I find like romance arcs between like two player characters to be kind of awkward, honestly, but anyway. Anyway, so let's dive bomb a book, cause that's a normal thing you do in this setting. So who else needs MP? Both of you. Okay. Forget if these have anything worth stealing or not. Well, they have money, that's something. And fortunately I have, so the corruption status effect keeps someone from attacking. It's like fortunately I already have a way to do something about that, which is the purify spell there. Then we can dive bomb this thing, because of course. Delightfully ridiculous lore should be a nerd rock band. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Because I assume over here is like onto the rest of the area, and it's like I'm pretty sure there's more area I could be exploring. Like, I didn't even go north here past the stairs. Like, anything over here? Oh, treasure chest. Found a fighter's headband. I'm gonna guess that's gonna be good for Allison, because it sounds like the kind of thing that will be good for, Allison. Or maybe Jody? Yeah. Perfect headwear when it's time to get serious and take on the forces of evil. It's like, yeah, Allison can have that. Helpful jelly and unhelpful jelly. Oh no! It's like we want to take out the helper one first, because the helper one will actually heal. Yeah, like that. You need healing? No. Anyone need MP? Yes, Claire does. And just dive bombing a blob of jelly. Which is apparently a really useful tactic. That's good. Okay, I was gonna say, is there another way around there? Not that I've found yet. There, because I save kind of obsessively, and it's like, oh dear. It's like, I didn't even see the armor there. Was it hiding? Lesbian smooch. Will probably be easier to take out the tape warriors, so I'll go after them first. Healing and like Jody's our tank, so you know I'm especially trying to keep her HP up. Okay, I was trying to remember if I had like a multi-target attack. Well, like the only one I can use now is lightning kicks, but yeah, let's do that anyway. Because that should take out those two. And at this point, we just have the armor left, and I know how to deal with these. Yep, Melody definitely needs some healing. You can dive on the leftover armor pieces. And you know, once I get their HP down low enough, the rest of it goes down real quick. Like, okay, that opened something up. Probably something to the left here that I'm gonna not realize was closed off. Like, okay, did not notice there was a monster there. I'm sitting here like, okay, which of these two enemies is more of a threat? And I want to say the poison one, but anyway, they are cute. But anyway, I think I'd pet either one of these. I'm pausing to consider what the ramifications of petting these would be. And it's like, maybe that's not a great idea. Right, I was healing you. I'm gonna kick you. Do that and that. Like, oh, did not realize I had an ability that Melody's spellbook she has equipped had an ability to restore MP on mouse, but that is wonderful. That is very good. Okay, so yeah, we can just smash this thing under, set it on fire at this point, I think. Okay, 1,000 gold, not gonna say no to that. Over here, and got everything up there. there anything down here? Yes, oh yeah, it's the next section of the dungeon. Okay. It's like, oh, what's this gonna be? Minor Shadow and mostly an egg. which I guess is the more powerful version of the, like, part of an egg enemies we saw in an earlier dungeon. Like, oh, those are gonna crack. Mostly an egg just sits there. Oh no, I have a feeling we have to take that one down right away. Oh, or is it just hatching as I attack it? I think that's what's happening, actually. Heck it! I'll listen, play some tunes. Okay, I should have used that earlier in the battle. Look, I leveled up. Neat. Oh, he's also, he got full revive, which is useful. Like, also, I want to read the bestiary entries on both of those. So, Minor Shadow, serious beings that lurk in dark places. These are minor shadows, but much larger and more dangerous ones are said to exist elsewhere on Reverie. They leave their prey afflicted with the cursed attack status, causing damage to themselves whenever they attack. Weak to fire. It's like, okay, that also answers what that status effect does. Mostly an egg. Okay, out of everything you've faced so far, this, of all things, is the one that has me stumped. No idea what this is, or where it came from, or what they're truly capable of. All I know is that they're bad news.
How long has picnic set been here?
Don't worry about it. Treasure chests are excellent at preserving food. It's like, okay, it's nice to see them address that in a game. Like, I'm just thinking of the Castlevania wall meat, which, like, that raises, like, that's the classic one, but that, like that one raises several questions, like, first, why is Dracula storing meat in the walls? Second, how long has that meat been sitting out, and is it okay? Third, considering that Dracula's castle is like... Considering that Dracula's castle is like a cursed thing that, like a cursed thing that like rebuilds and reshapes itself? Should I be concerned about what the castle put in that meat? Like... You know, I kind of wonder if something else is gonna come out of that egg if I leave it sit there long enough, so... Just gonna guard for a turn or two and see what happens. It's like, okay, it's not doing anything else, so never mind then. It's like, I was curious. Cool beans! Wait, these are stairs up? Oh, okay. Leads to that treasure chest. And that which goes back to the entrance of the dungeon. I don't have any business over at the entrance to the dungeon, so let's just go back and continue. Yes, I don't think I have any business over by the entrance to the dungeon. Found the Guardian's vault map. Okay, that's useful. Okay, so it's just 3 floors. It's like I do kind of wish the maps had like a "you are here" thing on them, but it's like I'm glad that the maps are there at all, and I know I can just go down to like there's the actual main story, but also, what if I don't? It's like no, I'm just gonna like poke around and see what else I find in this place. Also, I'm kind of sitting here like, okay, I see why Proxy does call-ins while she's playing RPGs now. which is like nothing against this game, and I love the genre as a whole. But also, it's like sitting here streaming this, it's like the whole thing's getting a little bit repetitive. It's just like the nature of the beast, I think. Wonder if we're gonna get third aid soon, because that's how the that's how the healing spells are named. So first thing, it's like, oh, that's for you. Then you get second aid. It's like, okay, that's just silly. It's like, yes, it is. It's like, wait, Molly has a whole 8-hole party heal. I should be using that a lot, a whole lot more. Like that. Okay, explored that one. Just want to see what's over here. Like, okay, 3 minor shadows. It's not a problem. Like, I need to keep to like bring up Claire's I was gonna say her MP next turn, but she needs healing first, I think. Just her MP is running kind of low, so at some point. Take out at least one of them. Oh, it took out 2/3 of them. That's pretty good. Hey, I can just heal everyone up. You guys think Javis might have gone this way? Nah, this hole looks like it's been here forever. This thing here hasn't been disturbed in years. I suppose whoever or whatever was holding this cell must have managed to escape. Well, I'm not squeezing myself into that creepy curve, so let's just assume there's nothing interesting this way. By the way, can we talk about the mysterious secret jail beneath our town? That raises several questions! Yeah! Yeah, especially since it's from the, like, Paladins Guild, and it's like... Is that setting off any alarm bells for either? Oh yeah, big time. Greenridge has been around for hundreds of years, and not every guardian has been upstanding as faith, to put it mildly. But we've got more pressing matters to deal with than this history lesson. It's like, okay, again, I'm glad the game addressed that. Oh crap, I forgot to start this battle off with lesbian smooches. We need to fix that. It's like, yeah, arguably it doesn't matter at this point, but I would disagree personally. There we go. Oh, should probably save at this point. There's a store where we obviously use the weird key and monster dead in case we need to level grind, but I don't need to level grind right now. We ready for whatever's behind this door? I did just save, so I'm gonna say yes. Then I'll save again just to be thorough.
I was starting to think you wouldn't make it.
Paula! Paula, this is your last chance to reconsider. Let us through.
I already told you there's nothing to reconsider. We've all got our parts to play. The boys are in the next room over, keeping little Miss Guardian busy while Javis summons our boss. And that leaves me to deal with the 4 posers role-playing as heroes. I've been chosen to be the last line of defense for this new world we're building.
Oh, please.
See, told you wouldn't understand.
All I see is an opportunistic lunatic who sold out her own hometown out at the first chance she got.
I know you've listened to more than enough pop punk to get that everyone's hometown sucks. Well, I guess we're at an impasse. We're never gonna understand each other through words. Maybe this'll get through your thick skull.
Also, like, normally I don't comment on, like, spammers and other things like that, but I do at least want to give that one credit for like very directly just naming their throwaway spam account Sir Ad. It's like I see you are not being subtle about this. And Twitch, you're just gonna let this through? You're not even looking at anything? Okay, okay, I guess. That's sure a choice. Anyway. Like, oh, we stole a tier of revival. That's actually pretty useful. It's like, yeah, you got anything else good to steal?
Man, that magic of yours sure is annoying. Let's do something about that.
Welp. Wait, she's weak against, whatever that ability was? Like, glitch status, I guess? Oh, right, that's under Ara's. Yeah, you got anything else good to steal? Dude, just have an unlimited supply of revival items on hand, Paula. That seems like an odd thing to carry around a big stack of when you're just fighting people by yourself. Binding chain. I'm gonna guess this one. That binding chain. I'm gonna guess that status effect doesn't work on bosses, but I have to try. Oh no, it does. But it goes away when I attack. So I guess it's useful if I desperately need to get some healing off, but other than that. Like, as long as Melody can keep up with the healing, the, like, cursed spell casting thing, I don't think is gonna be a problem. Also, Jody needs to taunt again. You can dive bomb that. Yeah, let's see here. Again, as long as Melody can keep up the full heals, I'm not really worried. Not really worried about using spells in this fight. Anyway, this fight is going, like, surprisingly well and surprisingly quickly. Kind of making me wonder if there's a phase 2 I don't know about, but we'll see when we get there. So wow, okay. Let's say, hopefully Jody can get some healing before Paula goes. Okay, I take back what I said about how well this battle was going. You know, it's probably fine. Probably. You know, say Jody really needs to have that on to like draw attacks away from everyone else. And let's see. And there she goes. Leveled up and stand down, Paula. You lost.
Figures. Only way you could beat me was in a 4-on-1 fight, Galetta. Pathetic. Besides, if you think this is a win for you, you're dead wrong. My job was to stall you, and I bought just enough time to finish or something.
No! Guys, come on, maybe we aren't too late! Okay, I'm gonna go back and save. Because I know how video games work. Also, I'm kind of sitting here like, okay, is their queen just gonna be a normal human?
It's ready!
Thank you for entertaining our guest, boys. Why don't you get down here and fight me yourself instead of hiding behind your underlings, you rectangular reprobate? No, thank you. What's the point of all this anyway? You're wasting your time with a faulty mana conduit. The energy's just gonna dissipate. Yes, that would definitely be a problem. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble keeping consistent voice this morning. Good thing it's just missing its control panel. What? Where'd you get that? I believe that will be clear in a moment. Faith, we're here too. One step further and you will be obliterated. Good. I was hoping we'd have more of an audience for this. Oh no. Now let the summoning commence. No! It's like, okay, so they're summoning the actual big bad, who is going to be... I assume whoever just steps out of this portal. I called it! I am so glad! Hello, mortals. Your goddess has returned. Excuse me? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you forgot to give me a proper introduction, Javis. I spent all these years thinking of the perfect line for when I return, and they don't even know who I am. Apologies, my queen. I must have gotten distracted. Should I... Wait, I know. Let's give them a hint. Who's this? Well, I believe it's supposed to be a statue of you, my queen. The beasts had it erected in their village. That's not me. That doesn't look anything like me. It looks a little like you. I suppose I've really let my hair grow out. That armor. Ugh. Do you think I was an elf? Do you still not know what humans are? This can't be happening. And if you two attack their town, we deserve to know why. Joni, don't. I'm sorry, where are my manners? My name is Queen Verena, leader of the Verena Empire. But I believe you know me by a different name. Something must have gotten lost in translation over the centuries. I believe the locals have been calling me Fortuna, the goddess of magic. And if I'm not mistaken, that's my magic you're using. Fortuna? The Fortuna? The one and only. I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. This is just a lot to take in. I bet it is. What exactly are you doing here, Lady Verena? You've been gone for so long. Well, we've never expected you to return like this. Please cut the formalities. Grovel all you want, but I know your true colors. Been to countless worlds and countless universes over the years, some more memorable than others, but yours is special. The world's match pissed me off quite as much as Reverie. I wasn't planning on coming back, but the stars have aligned for my return. So who was I to turn down a little payback? Guess I'm just petty like that. Payback? I'm sorry, but we have no idea what you're talking about. Well, first of all, you're squatting in my tower. This tower. The one I built myself. But that's beside the point. Let me put it like this. Your world is broken. It was already pretty broken before. You only made it worse by giving you ungrateful mortals magic 1,013 years ago. Oops! I was young and foolish. I thought that sharing my magic would be a nice gesture. Boy, was I wrong. I probably should have known better. Magic does more harm than good. That's not true! Magic you gave us isn't a burden. Yeah? Tell that to the people who used to live in that irradiated valley to the north of here, which are all apparently just fine living next door to. What about the hordes of invasive monsters all over the island? You think they just evolved naturally? But you, of all people, should realize how much magic sucks, Miss Guardian. Excuse me? Come on, trying to keep Claire from blowing the whole town straight to hell is a full-time job for you. You know my name? Of course I do, sweetie. You're the reason I'm here. Anyway, long story short, I'm taking my magic back. Your what? You heard me. Sharing my magic was the biggest mistake I've ever made, and I'm gonna fix it. But don't worry, your magic won't go to waste once I've reclaimed all that energy. Javis and I'll use it to reset Reverie. Magic has done far too much damage. We need a clean slate. Our world will be replaced by a better one designed by yours truly. With me as a creative consultant. And I'll be sticking around this time to make sure things run smoothly. It'll be a beautiful new realm befitting your goddess. Okay, we've heard enough. Goddess or no, you're out of your mind if you think we're just gonna give up our magic in our world without a fight. Ooh, the kitty's feisty. I like you. Jody, hey, maybe don't pick a fight with a literal goddess of magic. No, please do. It'll be much more fun if you make things difficult. My queen, if I may, sorry to interrupt, but we're already behind schedule today. There'll be plenty of time to pummel the beast later after you've settled in. Very well. I've waited this long. I can wait a bit longer. Your patience is unrivaled, my queen. Plus, I do want to at least see what they're capable of before I take my magic back. Alright then, you know what? Let's make this interesting. Javis and I will leave your town for now and relocate our main base atop the smallest, tallest mountain on the island. So one north of the valley, can't miss it. I'll give you time to recuperate as I'm nothing if not generous. But we're gonna administer a little test. Some of your strongest fighters within a week. Let me see if you're all bark and no bite. Did you catch that? All bark because you're... Anyway, on the off chance you managed to impress me, I may just decide to recruit you into the Verena Empire. It's so hard to find competent spellcasters these days. And what, become your personal peons forever? Oh no, we do offer compensation and pretty comprehensive benefits package. We're not monsters. But if you fail, Javis and I'll continue with our original plan to drain your mana and reset your dreadful planet. Those are my terms. They're not up for negotiation. You've got 1 week. Don't let us down. Okay, so a couple of things I want to say about that cutscene. So first, I just love that little, like, mysterious, all-powerful figure for summoning is a human in this world full of furry animals. I love that, like, we're gonna be fighting a human because furry animals are rad and awesome and good. And third, I love that she demonstrated her powers by just, like, making items and moving them around. It's very appropriate. Short time later. There. My force shield should be able to keep them out while we regroup. Greenwood Ridge is now officially under lockdown. Let's head back to my office. You four have got some explaining to do. The goddess of magic. We're up against the goddess of magic. The phones and internet are still down, so we can't contact the outside world for help. How the hell did this happen? Okay, so for those in the room who are less religious or less magically inclined, can we have a refresher to make sure we're all on the same page? Like, you know, a lore dump or something? That would be really helpful right about now. Like, obviously, we all vaguely know the basics, but how big of a threat are we dealing with exactly? Province can probably summarize this more eloquently than I could right now. Very well, then. There are many myths about the gods, some easier to reconcile with our modern understanding of science than others. For instance, people used to believe gods created the whole universe, but now we know about the Big Bang and all that. Many people still believe, however, the gods are immortal beings from some other part of the cosmos who use magic to create reverie in our solar system. Story goes that they created our sun, set the planets in motion, seeded reverie with life, and made sure we didn't all go extinct. Whether or not this is true is up for debate. Even today, with most of the gods acting as public figures, they don't like to give firm answers about reverie's ancient past. We have no historical records of them ever not being here. So whether or not they created reverie, they've definitely been around for thousands of years and are all super powerful, right? Correct. And for most of that time, they were the only ones on reverie with any knowledge of how to use magic. Sorcery was considered the domain of the gods. It's what separated them from us mortals. But at the dawn of the Arcane Era, for reasons we didn't quite understand, a member of their pantheon decided to share her gift of magic with us, and then she vanished. Think about how much magic affects your daily life. All our technology, our infrastructure, healthcare, transportation, communication, everything. That's all thanks to the goddess of magic. Supposedly she and her new friend Verena are one and the same. Should we believe her? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Any bozo can just say they're a god, right? I have every reason to believe she is who she says she is. As a follower of her teachings, I have so many questions. Where could she have been all these years? If she regrets giving us her magic, why didn't she do something about it sooner? Who the hell is this Javis guy she's with? I'm not sure these are questions we're capable of answering. Look, we have to address the elephant in the room. Claire, what did Verena mean when she said you're the reason she's here? I don't know, I'm not in her head. She's some kind of immortal, all-powerful goddess. I'm 21 and a part-time waitress. Claire, enough. Verena knows your name. She knows who you are. Why? Fine. What am I looking at? It's a spellbook I borrowed from the Guardians collection. It might not read it, it might not look like it, but the more I read it, the more I began to suspect that, well, it belonged to the goddess of magic. What? Claire, why would you tell me about this? Why would you do this? Whoa, let's not escalate things here. It's not like you were using it. As long as most of this spell's in there for everyday tasks, I thought you wouldn't care. Lighting candles, healing minor scrapes, that sort of thing. This must have been the first spells Verena taught anyone. It's all kid stuff at this point. I know that can't be all. I may have also... I may have used a ritual in that book to give Melody and Ellison their magic. You're kidding me. I'm not. Of course, I should have known something was up. I know you've all been training to make so much progress so quickly. Don't you realize how dangerous that was? Could have killed them. Just how much power did you give them? Only a little. Just a little boost to get them started. It's not a big deal at this point. They're only about as strong as me and Jody. Don't need to make a federal case out of it. I think we do. Because whatever you did, it got Verena's attention. Now she's challenging us to a fight to determine the fate of our planet. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. I get it, okay? It's all my fault. I'm a huge screw up, but at least I'm trying to fix this. Fix this? What reality have you done anything besides making things worse? Just keep following these little stunts thinking you're invincible, and all it does is put the people around you in danger. The consequences of your actions have for others even crossed your mind? Do you even care? God, if I had any sense, I'd hold you on the tower to make sure you don't do anything else foolish. I second this idea. No, don't take this all out on Claire. This is my fault. Faith, when you let Claire and me start that guild, I swore to you that I would keep her safe. I clearly failed spectacularly to keep that promise. If anyone's to take the blame here, it should be me. Jody, I think things are getting a little too heated. I've all had a long journey and probably need food and rest, and I've got a lot of options to mull over. It's getting late. Let's all talk about this in the morning. Save your progress? Yeah. End of Act 3. Good going back there. Oh God, you again? How are you still in my head? I've always been in your head. I'm just a magical manifestation of your innermost. Yeah, I don't need the whole presentation again. Anyway, way to save the town, Mel. Just let them get away, huh? What the hell was I supposed to do? Oh, I don't know, your job? Guess you're just leaving it in the hands of the real pros. Oh, shut up. I've somehow ended up with the fate of the world in my hands, and I'm trying not to have a panic attack. Is that why you're running away? I just needed some fresh air. Last thing I need right now is your negging. Oh, lighten up. You know this is all a charade. If anything, Verena taking your magic away will be a blessing. Look how much trouble it's caused you. Got to quit pretending to be someone you're not and go back to being regular, boring old Melody Amaranth. And Allison can quit pretending to be supportive of this little role-playing phase. What a weight off her back. She's not pretending to be supportive. Allison really loves me. Both of those things can be true, Melody. You ever noticed how many times she's brought up the idea of you quitting? Or how reluctant she is to even call you a paladin? She wouldn't. This is all paranoid nonsense. Just give it a rest. Melody? Mel, there you are. Been looking all over for you. You doing okay? Be confident or share your fears. It's like, not really. You want to talk about it? This isn't what I wanted. I had no idea it would be like this. I thought I'd just tag along with you and take some care of some minor wounds here and there, but no, if I wasn't here to heal you, you'd probably be. Come on, you're supposed to be the positive one. Tell me everything's gonna be okay. Tell me we'll get through this. Melody, maybe we should quiet. What? I'm saying I don't think we should be the ones to challenge Verena. I hate seeing you like this. This isn't what I wanted either. Just wanted to fight some hullhounds and scrounge around for treasure chests with our friends. We were doing great. You were doing great. We've got a reality-bending freak and the little goddess of magic ready to wipe our town off our map. There's no one else who could even hope to face Jarvis and Verena. That's the whole problem. What's your alternative? I don't know. Mel, I know you wanted this to work out. Believe me, I do too. Something happens to you out there, if you get hurt or worse, I can never forgive myself for letting it happen. I can't let you do this. What about everyone else who's counting on us? Can't contact the outside world for help? And Faith and all the other paladins have to protect Greenridge in case this is all another trap. Has to be us, and I don't want my weakness to fuck everyone over. Molly, that's not what I know. It's not what you said, but that's what this is all about. Wouldn't be having this conversation otherwise. Facing, you've practically been babysitting me this whole time. You've tried being supportive, but you don't see me as a real paladin. Nobody does. Mel, you know I wouldn't think any less of you, regardless of how you do as a healer. See, you won't even call me a paladin. Why is that, Allison? Why do you even suddenly care so much about being a paladin? This was never something you wanted before. I got the idea a couple of months ago because I wanted to be an adventurer and you wanted to support me. I feel like I'm just taking advantage of your kindness and you're afraid to tell me enough's enough. Well, so far behind beyond what you or I or any of us could ever handle. Don't have to put yourself all through this for me, Mel. The hell kind of relationship is that? It's not what this is about. Then what is it about? I don't know. Allison, thought you were the one person who would always have my back. Well, hey, come here. Look, I'm sorry for raising my voice just now. Why can't you just say that you believe in me? I do, Mel, but I'm not going to encourage you to get yourself killed. That's not what I need to hear right now, Mel. Just leave me alone. I think I need some space. Mel, I don't want to leave you in tears like this. Please, Allison. Okay, fine. If that's what you need, I'll be back at my place. I'm sorry. I love you, Melody. Well, fuck. Well, I hate to say I told you so, but... What, no comeback? Fine, it's no fun when there's no back and forth. See you later. Holy fuck! Okay, look. I know... So I know I called Harmony just like getting into Melody's head and like sabotaging their whole relationship, but like holy fuck, it was still brutal to see that play out, you know? It's like I usually don't take a break this early in the stream, but like I think I'm just gonna step away for a minute and just like regain my composure. I'll be back in like literally 1 or 2 minutes. Wow, that music is way too cheery for what just happened. I think I'm just gonna silence the music and pause for a minute. Okay, let's get back to this. I'm still stuck on this. I don't understand. Claire? Why would you feel the need to use Veruna's spellbook in secret? Are you kidding me? Faith, you must know how competitive of a field magic is. I didn't have any opportunities like other people did to even get to start seriously studying magic until I was already an adult. I've just been on my own here. If I had any hope of making it as a witch, I need to figure out a way to help myself. I get where you're coming from, Claire, but you didn't have to do this alone. Thought that maybe the guild would be a positive influence on you. But you're still making these rash decisions on your own when it comes to magic. Why do you assume that I wouldn't have helped you? Because no one ever does! Claire, I don't know exactly what your life was like back in Brightport, but things are different here. You have people who care about you, a support network. Yeah, and I'm an embarrassment to all of you. That's not... Oh, don't act like I don't know how everyone talks about me when I'm not in the room. I'll admit I'm not happy about the mess we're in. I'm disappointed in you because I know you're capable of so much better. Maybe I haven't been the best friend, but I would hope you still consider me one. We can't keep up this vicious cycle, though. I want to help you, but you need to admit that you need help. You're right. I'm sorry. I need your help, Faith. Thank you, Claire. Ah, perfect timing. Who's that from? This is a response from the one person who may be able to help us. Her name is Zinnia. She's my personal mentor, and also a good friend. Oh, Zinnia, I've heard so much about her. We finally get to meet her, huh? I wish it was under happier circumstances, but yes. Don't normally like to bother you with her problems around town, but this is no ordinary disturbance. We need to bring in the big guns. If anyone might be able to face Verna, I believe it's her. Claire, I'm giving you another chance to help out here. Want you four to go talk to Zinnia for me. Her home is in the mountains east of the Ember Woods behind the magically sealed gate. You'll need this key to get in. She'll be expecting you. You're also free to investigate the valley since Verena said her base is in that direction. You can get there by heading north from the Ember Woods. Adventurers like to hang around there, so you may be able to find some help there, or at least better gear. I'll leave that decision up to you. Jody, one more thing before you go, dear. Sure, Faith, what is it? I'm sorry that I'm asking you to leave again so soon after getting back. I wish we didn't have to be apart at a time like this. No, it's okay, I understand. Your duty to Green Ridge comes first. Besides, I gotta take responsibility for this mess I helped us get into. I owe that much to you at least. Well, anyway, I wanted you to have this. Got Faith's locket. Oh, it's beautiful, Faith. It's more than just a keepsake. I've been working on a way to keep in touch while the phones are out. If you hold this and channel just a little bit of mana into it, it'll temporarily summon me to your location. Anytime, anywhere. Well, but if you're like busy, have to accept the summon first, so don't worry about catching me while I'm in the shower or anything like that. I feel terrible that I can't be in two places at once, but this should be a happy compromise. It's perfect. I'll be sure to keep in touch. No. Bye for now, sweetheart. Okay, we're ready to go? I guess so. So sorry about the scene in there. Let's forget about that and just focus on helping Faith. Sure thing. Well, Moldy, you take the lead. Is something wrong? I think I need some space for a little bit. If that's okay. Did something happen? Wait, you two didn't have a fight, did you? You can't just ask that, Claire. Melanie's magic is literally fueled by the power of love, so yeah, I think it's relevant. I don't really want to get into it. Don't worry about me. Besides, we've got a job to do. Let's just try to stay positive. I'm just gonna hang behind for now. Jody, you should take the lead. Oh, well, sure. If you think you'll be more comfortable that way, I guess it's time to head out then. Faith's mentor and throughout the valley have been added to the quest log. Okay, so hang on, I have to look at my wall and check something. Yep. Okay, so I just now noticed that the bottom set of windows in the Paladin's tower here are in the color of the lesbian pride flag. With, like, I guess the building acting as the one in the middle, but yeah, I did not. If I caught that before, I completely forgot about it. And yeah, if any of you were wondering why my reaction is, I have to look at my wall. It's because I actually have a trans lesbian pride flag hanging on my wall right now. It's like I need to take it down, and it's like I need to take it down and iron it and put it back up, and then I'll take a picture of it. But yeah, I'm very glad that I have that. It's like okay. It's like, okay, I could not work on side quests all last chapter, and I realized that, like, Oh, I have not been doing side quests, so, gee, let me check the board and see if there are any more side quests. No new requests, but there are the two which are helping Holly help Holly post her posters in the Amber Woods, and also in the Amber Woods, Puffer wants help in her quest to take over the world, retrieve the item of great power from the Amber Woods. Hello. Hey, Frowns, how's it? I still believe that Faith is going too easy on you, especially Claire. I respect her greatly, but in this case, I think that her personal attachments are clouding her judgment. For up to me, I would have suspended your guild license, but I guess it's not up to me. Faith's gonna give you this chance to help. You better not let her down. Yeah, good seeing you too, Province. So, it's like, okay, I guess I have to find Holly from the Paladins Guild and talk to her. Continue that side quest, so... I can tell from your expression that you don't have my item of ultimate power yet. What can I do for ya? Hi, Miss Leone. How are you holding up? Oh, fine. Don't worry about us. Can't say I was eager for a fight as Dad or Pepper. Got through yesterday just fine. Dad tends to be a bit paranoid about villain attacks given his personal history. So he always makes sure we're prepared for way worse. I probably shouldn't be surprised by that. I'm a little surprised we saw any trouble though. Dad says he moved here because it was an unlikely target for villain attacks. So those guys want with a town like Greenridge. We've been asked not to share too much info. Faith's taking care of it, don't worry. Yeah, I figured I'd get a line like that out of ya. Sure you made some kind of nuts out to your girlfriend or whatever. Oh, if you need any spell books, I'll be here. What can I do for you? It's like, do I have any spell... It's like, are there any spell books I don't have yet that I might be interested in? Water-based attacks. Geomancer and Bard. Okay, so those sound like they might be useful. It's like, yeah, why don't I pick up both of those? You don't seem shaken at all by the recent events, Mr. Leon.
What a phony baloney invasion that was.
Nobody even died. Why should I care? Oh, that's one way to look at it, I guess.
Please, I'm not gonna sugarcoat my opinions. I'm too old for that. Weirdos were all flash and no substance. In my youth, I had both. Was with all that pink, our fire and brimstone not good enough for today's villains? Trust me, if you want to see real evil, just wait until my little Pepper's all grown up.
Well, I'm glad you're staying positive, Mr. Leone. So I'm gonna stop in the fortune tellers because I've been trying to get everyone's fortune read at least once, and I don't have Jody's yet.
How can I help you today? Tarot reading. Excellent choice. I'll be doing a somewhat simplified reading here. We'll draw 3 cards to represent your past, present, and future. Now, who will this be for?
Oh, this will be for Jody.
The confident knight. Surely you aren't worried about your future, are you? Perhaps that read of you is wrong.
I mean, it can't hurt to check, right?
Well, you did already pay. Behold, your mortal life lay before me. Past, present, and future, arise. For your past, the devil.
What exactly is this implying about me?
It is not implying that you're a devil. But I don't know you well enough to know whether or not that would be true, I suppose. card tends to represent burdens that you carry with you, ones that you feel force you onto your current path. Cards even tell me one of those proverbial albatrosses around your neck may be present as we speak. Hey! I pointed no fingers. She said it, not me.
Hey, this is my reading, not Claire's. Leave her out of this.
Sorry, you're right. Dual readings do cost extra after all. For your present, justice. This one could be reassuring after the first card. Serves as a reminder we're all destined to be judged for our decisions, but also that those decisions and that judgment aren't set in stone. I have to accept the actions that come to pass and recognize how the justice served may help secure a better future.
I see.
For instance, you must accept that you put off consulting your local fortune teller about those burdens of yours for so long. I am judging you greatly for this, but I do so knowing it'll help you secure a better future. And finally, for your future, temperance. This card emphasizes maintaining clear vision and inner peace, even in times of great chaos.
Easier said than done.
I know. I would certainly say we've been living in times of great chaos lately. Say some stuff about adapting to changes and balance and whatnot. Perhaps you should just try taking up yoga.
I already do some yoga, actually.
Perhaps you should try taking up more yoga. I don't know, I'm a fortune teller, not a life coach. The cards have spoken. Need anything else?
It's like, I think I'm good.
Don't be a stranger.
It's like I could get the other characters' fortunes right, but I think I want to do that off stream, and then if they're different from what they were at the beginning of the game, I would read them again at the beginning of the next stream. Anyway, let's go visit the shop. These kids are delightful. We've got new products in stock. Is this gonna be? I just want to see if this is gonna be the. It's like, okay, this is actually a different piece of dialogue. So, hi, welcome to our shop. So wait, have you guys seriously been buying your adventuring gear from kids? We literally have a big box store a couple of neighborhoods over. I'd rather support local businesses, and we deeply appreciate that. To be honest, you guys are the only support this local business has been getting. What do you need all this money for anyway? You raising money for charity or something? Stickers mainly. Oh, you said you were saving up for college. Nah, changed our minds. Do you have any ideas how many stickers you can buy with this much gold? I don't actually. Well, it's a lot. We're gonna redistribute them to our classmates. Oh, how that way we're sure to become the most popular girls at Greenridge Elementary. We'll be like feudal lords, especially if we give the horse girls lots of horse stickers. They'll be indebted to us forever. After that, the rest of the clicks will fall like dominoes. So yeah, please buy lots of junk from us so we can take over our school. We've got new products in stock. Again, these kids are just delightful. So delightful. Of course I'm buying my adventuring gear from them. So, hey, where are you getting your stickers? I need a few of them for my laptop. Like, seriously, my dad and I have the same model laptop, and I need an easy way to differentiate them. And queer stickers would be a very good way to do that. Hey, hold on, let me check everyone's gear first, since we did get like a fair amount of that in the last dungeon. Just got a framework laptop and they included a sticker sheet. Oh, that's delightful. That's so good. Like, okay, Claire should definitely have something that gives her more magic, because I barely attack with her anyway, so... It's like, okay, that's my gear. Let me check what they have. Let me check what they have. Lunar Wand. 2 moons would be more magical, but 1 will get the job done. It's like, yeah, I'll take 2 of those. 2 moons. a shirt with a picture of a shield on it. It works, I swear. Heart circlet. Not made with real hearts. Oh, good. Good. I forget what armor I have on who and why, but I'll buy at least 2 of the t-shirts. Yeah, Heartless Circle is very definitely for the spellcasters, which is what I thought. I love how the t-shirt with a picture of a shield is better armor than actual armor. That is delightful. It really does work. Not very queer stickers from that framework laptop. It's like, yeah, I kind of figured, but it's just really great that it includes stickers at all. So. It's like, okay, I should buy 2 more of the shield shirts, I think. And yeah, of course the casters get the moon wand and the heart circlet. Which I think I'm just gonna... Wait, what I meant I meant to hit shop and then sell stuff. There we go. Oh, so long, super fighting robot. Okay, cute little wands I'm keeping in my inventory. They're just cute. Like, same reason I'm keeping the grindcore tea, basically. Well, its purpose is to be armor, and I'm not equipping it. Okay, I had a lot of those. Like, any other new items I want to buy? Oh, area map of Green Ridge actually got added into the game. It mostly just got that because it's designed to be repairable. Like, he didn't fix the keyboard on the last one because it was... Process was a 45-minute video where he had to remove every single component of the computer, and at one point they recommended carefully using a razor blade. Lenovo did not want you ever in there. Ah, yeah. It's like, if the framework laptops, if I knew about the framework laptops the last time I was buying laptops, like when I bought my laptop, then I might have gone for that instead. Just like on principle. I don't remember there being a shop here. Anything no difficulties? Hi girls, what can I do for you? Talk side quest. Hey Beverly, how are you holding up? I'm managing, I suppose. Things have been busy around here, so I haven't really had time to dwell on it. So as the bad guys are gone now, so that means everything's better now, right? Not quite. Oh. Sorry, but it's probably for the best that we don't get into specifics. We're working with Faith to try to make things right, though. Beverly, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, well, you could. Actually, no, forget about it. Problems aren't important one so much as at stake. Nothing could be further from the truth, Beverly. Say the word and I'll be there. Well, if you really think it's okay, then Sean and I could use an extra pair of hands around here. We've got your adventure stuff now, Claire, but whenever you've got the time, even a couple hours of waiting tables would be a lifesaver. I guess I have been flaking on you a lot lately, huh? Yeah, Phil, that sounds great. Like I just love the idea of a framework laptop because it's like, yeah, you can like take it apart and replace things. Like a real, like a normal desktop PC you built yourself. Often it's like repairability is a thing that's not much of a thing anymore, and I kind of hate that. So, so I'm glad to see like at least one or two companies just actively pushing back against that. That's delightful. Well, okay, Beverly, I'll come help out as soon as I can. Lunch rush has been added to the quest log. It's like, let's do this! Actually, hey Claire, are you ready to get to work? Okay, Claire, you know what to do, right? It's okay, no need to be nervous. Just take people's orders, give those orders to Sean, and then bring people their food. Easy peasy. Thanks again for making it this time, Claire. Be in the kitchen if you need anything. Okay, customer service mode, activate. Hi, welcome to Higgledy Piggledies. What can I get you? I think I'll just have the soup for the day, thanks. Coming right up! One soup for the day. Here you go. Got a bowl of butternut squash soup. Here's your soup. Say, shouldn't you be wearing a hairnet? Shouldn't you? It's like, no! Oh, damn it, I should have saved right before taking the side quest so I could see what the mean dialogue options are like. Don't worry, I use a charm on my hair to make sure it doesn't get in the food. Oh, okay then. Well, thanks, this looks great. Got 100 golden tips. Hi, welcome to Higgledy Piggledies. What can I get you? I'm in the mood for something sweet, but I have a quick question about a menu item. I have a peanut allergy. Are there any peanuts in this? Are there any peanuts in the peanut butter bars? Well, are there? Yes, I'm afraid there are peanuts in that. Would you like something else? I guess I'll just have a hot fudge sundae then. Coming right up. One hot fudge sundae. Hold the peanuts. Sure thing. One hot fudge sundae with no peanuts. Enjoy. Thanks, dear. Got 80 golden tips. Hi, welcome to Higgledy Piggledies. What can I get you? I'm having trouble deciding. Say, is it okay if I go off menu? What would you like? I heard about this place that serves food with real gold flakes on it. That seems really snazzy. You got anything with gold on it? It's like, sorry, but we don't serve anything like that. Is there anything else you'd like? Yeah, like anything, the kind of thing you'd have at a diner. Did you ask someone to make sure? Okay, I'll be right back. Sean, this guy wants gold flakes on his food. Like gold. Yes, like gold. We don't have that. I know we don't. What do I tell him? Tell him to go to hell. You know, I can't say that. Just get him to order something we actually have. Got other customers waiting. Terribly sorry, sir, but we don't have any dishes that come with gold flakes. Wow, that's a shame. You should consider some new menu options. Is there anything on the menu that you would like? Nah, I think I lost my appetite. I'll just have water. Water is free. Is there nothing else I can get you? You know, I don't take kindly to upselling. Just get me that water. Whoa, what an asshole. Gold Flakes guy just wants water. Wow, big spender. Hope he enjoys it. Here's a glass of water. Here's your water, sir. Thanks. Got 5 golden tips. Of course, it would be like the rich asshole who comes in here. Usually goes to somewhere really expensive because he's super rich, and then he like leaves fuck all in tips. Hi, welcome to Higgledy Piggledies. What can I? Well, I was hungry for a fish fillet sandwich, but this price can't be right. Well, this price does include a drink and your choice of 2 sides. Baloney. The place a few blocks over charges half this much. This feels like the designer's personal venting minigame. I can see that, honestly. What kind of scam is this? Sorry, sir. If you'd like to have some cheaper options, you could order it without... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna order that damn sandwich. I'm gonna pay what I think it's actually worth. You better impress me. It's like, no. 1 fish fillet sandwich, and it better be the best one you ever made because I don't feel like having it thrown back in my face. Eesh, what's gotten into people today? Well, here you go. Here you are, sir. Do you have to take it any longer? Are you trying to starve me here? Well, anyway, let's see what we've got here. What the hell is this? I beg your pardon. Only 2 pickles and they're not even centered properly? It looks fine to me. What are you, blind? This is ridiculous. I deserve to be treated better than this as a paying customer. I want to see your manager. Hi there. What seems to be the problem, sir? Where do I even begin? The prices are sky high, the service is low, and the food isn't even prepared properly. I have half a mind to never eat here again. I'm sorry that your experience hasn't been better. Is there anything we can do to fix this? Maybe a free drink? Ha! Nice try. How about an entire free meal? I'm afraid I can't do that, but how about a dessert on the house? Boy, you're difficult. I see what the bitchy waitress of yours gets from... Excuse me? You heard me. She's worthless. You said you'd fire that. You listen here, mister. You can insult me, my cooking, and my restaurant all you want, but you do not get to talk about Claire like that. Hey, what are you? Get the hell out of my restaurant. After work. So, sorry about all that. It's fine. It's part of the job. I'm just thankful for the save. Most frosted that guy. I would have done worse if I knew as much magic as you. I get why you want to quit, though. Love my job, but it's not always less than smiles, no matter how hard I try to be a positive influence. No. I don't hate working at Piggley's. I mean, I get to be around you. I like that. Aw. Guess after what happened, I'm just happy we have a restaurant to go back to it all, even on a bad day like this. Fuck, I don't know what to choose here, but like, we feel very close to this lady. Beverly, I need to come clean about something. What? The attack on Greenbridge the other day, that was my fault. I'm the one who got attention from those bad guys. I'm the reason you almost lost everything. You don't have to forgive me. I don't expect that of you. I know you'd probably be better off without me causing you so much trouble. Claire, I don't really know what's been going on with you lately. I wish you would tell me, but I get that it'd probably go over my head. Whatever happened, I know it's not your fault. You will never do that on purpose. I'm fine, really. Whatever those guys were after, they're responsible for their own actions, and you're responsible for yours. Besides, town invasions excluded, I kinda like that you caused trouble. Huh? Why? Makes things more interesting around here. I love how passionate you are about magic and monsters and all that. Honestly, one of the coolest people I've ever known. You know, when I was a kid, Piggley's was my favorite place in the world because of people like you. I'd hang around while my parents worked, and I'd get to meet all those adventurers who were passing through town, filled with dreams and so many interesting stories to tell. These are some of my happiest memories. Those dreams of yours I know are why I know you have to leave. Piggley's is my whole life. When they got sick, Sean and I promised our parents that would keep the family business going. That's not your problem. If we won't see each other as much, I'll never stop you from becoming a full-time witch. want to hold you back. I just want to hear all the cool stories from time to time when you're back in town. It doesn't have to be that way, Beverly. There's something else I've been meaning to tell you lately, actually. Oh, they're gonna do it! That came out wrong! I was trying to say, they're gonna confess their feelings for each other, is what I meant. But then... Anyway! Moving on. I like you a lot. As more than a friend. It's cool if you don't feel the same way. I just wanted to put that out there. But to make sure you knew. I guess what I mean is, my life is changing, but I still want you to be a part of it. We're both busy with work, but maybe sometime when you have a night free, we could go out, like, on a date? Oh yes, 1,000 times yes, Claire. I thought you'd never ask. What? I've literally had a thing for you for ages. Come on, I'm terrible at hiding it. I get flirty all the time. You do? I thought you were like that with everyone. No, silly. I really like you in particular. I just thought you weren't interested since I'm so, you know, boring. No way, Beverly, you're not boring. You're the nicest, sweetest person I've ever known. The last few years of my life have been so much better with you in it. Oh, come here, you. Aww. 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 So, I guess it's a date? It's a date. That was so cute! Gee, Claire, you seem awfully chipper for someone who just got done working food service. Wait, did you? You didn't! I may have. Oh my god, finally! I thought you nerds would never break the ice! Holy crap, congrats, Claire. Yeah, well, turns out the potential end of the world is one way to light a fire under me. So things are heating up already, huh? Getting real hot and heavy with you and Beverly, really? No, stop! Stop! Let's just get back to the mission! Okay, that was delightful. That was absolutely delightful. Claire has now learned Kiss Beverly. She can now summon Beverly for moral support in battle. This is amazing. This is so wonderful. It's like today was gonna be a short. It's like, gonna be honest. Today was gonna be a short stream because I have plans in like an hour. So you know what? I cannot think of a better note. It's like there's gotta be no better note to end this on. That was wonderful. Oh, whoops. It's like that was an absolutely wonderful scene. It's like I have to go get lunch and prepare for a date of my own. I was thinking of going for another like maybe 20 minutes or so, but again, there is not going to be a better place to end this stream than with that on that note. So so anyway, I know this was a shorter stream than I usually do for this game. I need to it's like I need to think about how I'm gonna do this game going forward, because like I would love to play more of it. I don't know when I'm gonna play more of it. Because next Saturday is going to be next Saturday is probably going to be a special stream, and then Monday nights I'm going to be doing something with my girlfriend until we get through that game. So yeah. Anyway, I'm I'm gonna go send y'all over to my friend Carmen Dragoness. She's playing a cute looking Game Boy Color themed like modern indie platformer called Curse Cracker for whom the bell with an E toils. And it's like, that's a clever title. And it's like the game looks cute, and yeah, Karma is good, so I'm gonna send y'all over there. So again, thank you so much for watching, and please take care of yourselves.